The Maurya Empire. The Maurya Empire was the first empire to unite most of the Indian subcontinent under a single ruler. It was founded by Chandragupta Maurya around 322 BCE, after he defeated the Nanda dynasty with the guidance of Chanakya. Its capital was Pataliputra, which is modern-day Patna. The empire stretched from present-day Afghanistan in the northwest to Bengal in the east and deep into central India. Under Emperor Ashoka, the Maurya Empire reached its greatest size. After witnessing the terrible destruction of the Kalinga War, Ashoka embraced Buddhism and promoted peace, religious tolerance, and public welfare. He built roads, hospitals, and monuments, many of which still influence India's cultural heritage today. The Shunga Empire. The Shunga Empire emerged after the fall of the Maurya Empire, when Pushyamitra Shunga, a Mauryan general, took control around 185 BCE. Although it was much smaller than the Mauryan Empire, it remained an important power across northern and central India. The Shungas are remembered for supporting Hindu traditions, while also allowing Buddhist monuments to continue developing. During this period, Indian art and architecture continued to flourish, especially around famous Buddhist sites such as Sanchi.
The Kushan Empire. The Kushan Empire was established by the Kushans, a people who originally came from Central Asia. By the 1st century CE, they controlled a vast territory that included parts of northern India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Central Asia. Their most famous ruler was Kanishka, who strongly supported Buddhism and encouraged trade along the Silk Road. Because the empire connected India with Rome, Persia, and China, goods, ideas, religions, and artistic styles moved freely across continents. This made the Kushan Empire one of the most internationally connected kingdoms of its time. The Satavahana Empire. The Satavahana Empire ruled much of the Deccan Plateau from around the 1st century BCE to the 3rd century CE. It filled the gap between northern and southern India and became a major trading power. Satavahana merchants traded spices, cotton, beads, and precious stones with the Roman Empire through India's western ports. The rulers also supported both Hinduism and Buddhism, leading to the construction of impressive cave temples and monasteries that can still be visited today.
The Gupta Empire. The Gupta Empire, which began around 320 CE, is often called the Golden Age of ancient India. Founded by Chandragupta I, it reached its peak under rulers like Samudragupta and Chandragupta II. During this period, science, mathematics, astronomy, literature, medicine, and art flourished. The mathematician Aryabhata made important discoveries, and the concept of zero became firmly established in Indian mathematics. Sanskrit literature also reached new heights, with writers like Kalidasa producing works that are still celebrated. Rather than expanding endlessly through conquest, the Guptas focused heavily on culture, education, and economic prosperity. The Vakataka Empire. The Vakataka Empire ruled large parts of central India between the 3rd and 5th century CE. Although it is less famous than the Guptas, the two dynasties maintained close political and family ties. The Vakatakas are best known for supporting remarkable works of art, especially the Ajanta caves, whose paintings remain among the finest examples of ancient Indian art. Their rule helped spread culture and trade across the Deccan region.
The Chalukya Empire. The Chalukyas became a major force in southern and western India during the 6th century. Their capital at Badami developed into an important political and cultural center. The empire is famous for its early rock-cut temples and impressive stone architecture found at Badami, Aihole, and Padadakal. These sites show the transition from cave temples to large structural temples and influenced Indian temple architecture for centuries.
The Pallava Empire. The Pallava Empire ruled much of southeastern India from the 4th to the 9th century. Their capital was Kanchipuram, which became one of India's greatest centers of learning and religion. The Pallavas pioneered large stone temples carved directly from rock before moving to freestanding stone structures. The shore temple at Mahabalipuram remains one of their most famous achievements and reflects the empire's advanced engineering and artistic skill.
The Rashtrakuta Empire. The Rashtrakutas rose to power in the 8th century and controlled much of central and southern India. They were known for military strength, efficient administration, and support for literature in several languages. Their greatest architectural achievement is the Kailasa Temple at Ellora. Instead of being built with separate stones, the entire temple was carved from a single massive rock, making it one of the world's most extraordinary engineering accomplishments.
The Chola Empire. The Chola Empire became one of India's greatest maritime powers between the 9th and 13th centuries. From their base in Tamil Nadu, the Cholas built a powerful navy that dominated trade across the Indian Ocean. They established connections with Sri Lanka, Southeast Asia, and China while spreading Indian culture overseas. Rulers such as Rajaraja Chola I and Rajendra Chola I expanded the empire through both land and naval campaigns. Monumental temples, like the Brihadishwara Temple at Thanjavur, stand as lasting symbols of their wealth, engineering, and artistic excellence.
The Delhi Sultanate. The Delhi Sultanate ruled large parts of northern India from the early 13th century until the early 16th century. It consisted of several successive dynasties, including the Mamluks, Khaljis, Tughlaqs, Sayeds, and Lodis. The sultans introduced new systems of administration, expanded trade, and brought strong influences from Persian and Central Asian cultures. Many important monuments and cities were developed during this period, laying the foundation for later empires.
The Vijayanagara Empire. The Vijayanagara Empire emerged in southern India during the 14th century as a powerful kingdom that resisted repeated invasions from the north. Its capital, Hampi, became one of the richest and largest cities in the world at the time. The empire encouraged trade with merchants from Europe, Arabia, and Southeast Asia, while supporting literature, music, temple architecture, and agriculture. Even after its military decline, its cultural influence remained deeply rooted across southern India.
The Mughal Empire. The Mughal Empire began in 1526 when Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi at the First Battle of Panipat. Over the next 2 centuries, rulers such as Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan, and Aurangzeb expanded the empire across most of the Indian subcontinent. Akbar became known for administrative reforms and policies that encouraged cooperation among different religious communities. Shah Jahan commissioned the Taj Mahal, now one of the world's most recognized monuments. The Mughal period also transformed painting, architecture, cuisine, language, and city planning, leaving a lasting mark on Indian history, even after the empire gradually declined in the 18th century.
The Maratha Empire. The Maratha Empire rose in the 17th century under the leadership of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Starting in western India, the Marathas challenged the declining Mughal Empire through highly mobile armies and effective local administration. Over time, they expanded across much of the subcontinent and became the dominant political force in India during the 18th century. Although eventually defeated by the British East India Company after a series of wars, the Marathas played a crucial role in shaping the final chapter of pre-colonial Indian history and inspired later movements for self-rule.